So here I am at the beginning of my program. I'm declaring all my global variables. They're going to be called up later in the program. Some of them are used, some of them are not. Width and height are declared at size, width and height 500, 500. Number of boxes is going to become the variable for an array. Box X and box Y are the location of the corner, upper left corner of the box rectangle, and then the box width, box height is going to be the width and the height that's moved away from there. Red, green, and blue. Green has no value, it's going to be assigned later. Character entry is going to be the ASCII value. Num clicks is going to be I add one when I right click and I subtract when I left click. Value entered is going to be used later when I enter a value for the array of num boxes. This is not done yet. And then mouse over is a contingency. Right now I'm not using that because I just wanted two boxes. One for data entry and the other one for the array. And then here setup is just doing the size. This is determining whether I'm over the first box, which is centrally located. This is the one that's going to be affected by the array. That's why everything is assigned with a variable. It's going to change color if the mouse is pressed in the box. And it's also going to change the border if the mouse is over the box. Then I declare the function drawBox, which will be the central box. This is my second box, which is a temporary situation. I'm going to enter data for the array in here to affect this box, how many boxes this, how many times this is run. So once the data is entered, I don't want to use it anymore. It'll be wiped out. That's why I have the Boolean here. And this again is the mouse over equation. Change of the color. It'll turn red, green, blue, turn blue on the border. And it'll change the cursor to a cross when your mouse is over it. Otherwise, it'll have an arrow. And then I call out the function drawCharacterBox. And this, again, once this data is entered, it'll never be called up again. Entry is the function for the number. Right now, it's only one digit, and it accepts all letters. Anything between 32 and 126, I think it was. Notes is a function just to print up information that I need if I'm incorrect in the order of operands, if I'm drawing over top of data. This should still show up. And then that's binary. because I have a binary function inside of the box. So I don't want to. It's sometimes I could draw a box on top of my information, and I don't want that. So this will still show up. And then mouse clicked is an event. It's where if you have depressed it and released it, the mouse button, and it advances or detracts the value of num clicks, and then num clicks will go into the binary inside of the box. Here's my function draw box for the central. This one is going to be part of the array. So everything here is variables. Here's my notes. I got just a bunch of little text to keep my information rolling and certify that it's going to be available while I'm running and tweaking my program. This is my binary. I'm going to text the binary on top of the rectangle every time I click up or down, right or left. Now this draw character box is the one-off. This is good, and this is where it's going to accept the characters from the keyboard. And the keyboard's going to register under the function entry. And I found out the hard way how difficult it is to get rid of the shift key when you're holding it down. It's the shebang. And that will enter the 32 through 126 ASCII table. And as of right now, I've only got 1 digit, so I'm thinking that's going to be an array. I want 3 digits, so I'm probably going to have a 4th one just for memory. Here we go. So when I mouse over, it changes the border. When I mouse over here, it changes the border. I left click and it will change color every time I click and increment binarily. And then my notes are registering the value. And I can go back down as well. Up over here, when my cursor is over, I can hit any of the keys on the keyboard, as well as hold shift and release. And then my notes, I've got the binary or the ASCII table value, 8 digits, which is, you only need 7. And then the entry value is recorded here, and the numeric value of the ASCII table is also logged here. So far, seems to be working pretty good. And this here, I want to have 3 digits. As of right now, I've only got the 1. There it is. Thank you very much.